Hi class, so we are going to move on to algebraic fractions. You would have encountered something like this before, obviously just adding regular fractions, but as you can see here we have x terms in the numerator in the first example and then also in the denominator in the second example. I'm going to work through these and hopefully it will help you when you go and try your homework over the weekend. So within our first example, we have 4 and 2 as our denominators. And before we go anywhere, we need to recognize that if this was a regular fraction, if you were adding a half and a third, you would find the LCM, compensate on top, and you would work them out that way instead of just popping it into your calculator. So what we're going to do here is we're going to identify the LCM. In this case, it is 4. 4 goes into 4 once, 2 goes into 4 twice. And the aim of this is to get this written as a single fraction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a long line and I'm going to write the number 4 below it. So what I'm going to check now is, first of all, how many times does 4 go into 4? It goes in once. And I'm then going to multiply by the numerator. I then have a minus here, part of the sum. How many times does 2 go into 4? It goes in twice. And then I'm multiplying here. That's the sum pretty much done. Now, I'd be lying if I said it was always going to be that easy. We do have to multiply and simplify where there are brackets involved. So, I'm going to multiply out this first one and I'm going to get 3x plus 2 minus 4x plus 2 all over 4. 3x minus 4x is minus x plus 4 over 4. So I have simplified this into a single fraction to the best of my ability. Don't you dare try and cancel anything here. You can't. These are together as one sum and then this is separate. But that's your answer there. So I'm going to move on quickly into the next one where you have terms with x in on the denominator. You're going to follow the same steps. Okay, we're going to identify the LCM. For the most part, it's going to be every term on the on the bottom. So each denominator will become part of your LCM. So that is now our LCM there. So again, we're going to do out a slightly bigger line. And we're just creating our single fraction now by doing it this way. So, similar to the example up above, I'm going to ask the same question. How many times does 2x minus 1 go into this? And the answer is 4x plus 7 times. So, I'm going to write 3 first this time, only because it'll be easier for us to multiply. But essentially, it's whatever's left over on the bottom when you take out this, and then you're multiplying by whatever's on top. So in this one here, it'll be 5 multiplied by 2x minus 1. I will say for these, you don't have to multiply the bottom. Okay, we are going to simplify the top, however. So I'm going to get 12x minus plus 21 plus 10x minus 5 and my denominator carries down. I'm just going to simplify this another little bit, so I'm going to get 22x plus 16 over 2x minus 1 and 4x plus 7. You could, if you really wanted to, factorize this out another little bit, but in this case it's not going to help us in any way. We have written these as a single fraction and simplified to the best of our ability. If we wanted to here, we could take out 2 as a common factor and we'd be left with 11x plus 8. But since that isn't one of these, there's no point in doing that. I'll show you anyway. In case you get to the point, you will, where you need to factorise further, and potentially you'd end up with one of these cancelling. But that's it insofar as how do you write an algebraic fraction as a single one. So that's it there. If you have any questions at all, please pop me an email.